you're coming to the Alps this season and you are bringing your car from the UK, it follows a short video with some guidelines and some tips to keep you safe and legal whilst driving in France. There are certain documents that you're required to carry with you whilst driving in France. The first one being the proof of ownership, which from the UK is your V5, and the other is your certificate of insurance. In France, it's essential to have these, and should you be stopped, they will ask to see these. Another important thing that you should look into is some breakdown cover. Breakdown cover in Europe is very comprehensive. I've used it in the past and had vehicles taken back to the UK at no cost to me. It's relatively inexpensive and well worth the cost. There are certain pieces of equipment you're required to have in the car when driving in France. Let's have a quick look and see what we've got in the boots. First thing is a high-vis jacket or vest. Recommended to have one for each passenger in the car. A set of spare bulbs. You can buy these in kits from motoring centres in the UK. A hazard warning triangle, which usually is supplied with the car, but if not, again you can pick those up relatively cheaply. The requirement to have a breathalyzer is no longer in France. That was a rule from a few years ago which has been changed this year, so you do not need to carry a breathalyzer. Another requirement is that you adjust your headlamp beam. These stickers are available at ferry ports and on the Eurotunnel, and also in motoring shops in the UK to deflect the headlamp beam. One thing I learnt last year when I was here is to replace the water in your washers. It's fine in the UK to have fresh water in your windscreen washers, but over in France, when we're going down in temperature, get yourself a canister of this and top up your washers with the antifreeze additive to stop it freezing. Last year my washer bottle expanded when it froze and ruptured, and it was expensive. Another tip is not to forget to bring your spare keys. I have both sets of keys with me here. Notice they're not on the same keyring. Sounds stupid. If you lose that one keyring, you have no keys at all, not even a spare set at home. So bring a spare set, leave one in your accommodation, have one with you. Just a few useful tips for having your car over here. When you've parked your car, do remember where you parked it. Sounds crazy, but all cars parked together, covered in snow, you might really struggle to find one that is yours. Another good thing is to not apply your handbrake. Handbrakes seize on with the cold. Always keep your fuel tank topped up, especially if it's diesel. This stops condensation building up. And for driving in snow, keep everything smooth, so avoid harsh acceleration and avoid really harsh braking. Something we don't always consider in the Alps is having snow on the car. If we start driving with snow, and sometimes the snow can be 12 inches, 30 centimetres up on the roof, if you drive around like that, you can be in trouble for driving with an unsafe load. All it would take is for this snow to slide forwards over your windscreen. You can't see where you're going. Police are also quite hot on that and will pull you over and get you to clear your roof off. If not, give you an on-the-spot fine. So, fitting snow chains. This can be a bit of a challenge. I highly recommend that you try this out at home when it's not cold. I've put an old ski jacket on. I don't mind if this gets oil and brake dust on it, that's no problem. It's an old tatty jacket. I have a pair of old ski gloves, also good to keep my hands warm. I've also taken the mat out of the passenger footwell, so I've got something to kneel on as well. So first thing to do is remove your chains from the box. And lay them out so that there are no kinks or bits attached where they shouldn't be. Like so. And pass the chain around the back of the wheel. Pulling out all of the loose chain to the front. Once you have the chain looking like a chain on the floor rather than a jumble of metal, take the two edges that connect, lifting it behind the wheel and make the join at the top. Some manufacturers differ this particular set have a connection right at the very top there, which joins the two sides of the top of the chain. There'll be some kind of tensioning mechanism. In the case of this one, it's just the chain that fits through here and links over to here, like so. Now I can see that that chain is still quite loose, so I need to make some adjustments. So having adjusted the chain now, I have much more tension on this side of the chain, and this adjustable rubber strap will attach straight over there. So you can see, not bad. The most important thing now is that you drive for about 100 metres or so, get out the car and recheck the tension of these chains. I had a situation last year where I had one side slightly loose and it freed itself and ruptured the brake pipe on the car. Again, a costly exercise, hence why I know that European breakdown insurance is vital and very useful. And one final bit of advice, do find out if your car is front wheel drive, rear wheel drive or four wheel drive. And they must be fitted to the driving wheels. In the case of a four wheel drive like this car, I would put them on the front. That will give you extra braking and extra traction. So that's all from me. I hope that has been useful, and I wish you a safe and pleasant journey to come and see us sometime in the Alps. Bye bye.